All right, this is the third take of me doing this, so if something's screwed up about this, I don't even want to hear it. You guys are just gonna have to live with it. Hey everybody, it's been 2 weeks, so it's time for another Taiji development log update video. I'm Matthew Van Dievender, and Taiji is a open world puzzle adventure game that takes a lot of inspiration from The Witness, so if that type of thing sounds interesting to you, then there's a link in the description to find out more. The past 2 weeks have been spent doing art for the in-game area, and as of this recording, I'm still not really done with that, but I can show you what I do have, providing at least I censor a large portion of it that is kind of spoilery. So the main concept for the in-game area is that it's sort of open-ended. You've got a hub, and then there's these 4 different kind of floating islands that you can do in any order. This is meant to kind of echo the structure of the rest of the game in that it's more open-ended and non-linear. And also each of these islands calls back both mechanically and visually to different areas from the main game. In addition to doing the in-game artwork, I've also made some improvements to the Gamepad support, so it's always been a bit difficult to use the stick to aim at the puzzle panels, so I've added a little bit of an aim assist, so if you move the cursor over a tile on a puzzle panel, it kind of snaps the cursor into the center, and also if you leave the cursor there and then you were to like flick the stick, then it will move in like single tile increments. I certainly think that it feels better, and if you disagree, then I've left an option in the menu for you to turn off the auto aim. So as part of improving the gamepad support, I also added tutorial prompts for the gamepad so that players that are using a gamepad will know what buttons to press in order to play the game. As part of the improvements to the tutorial, I decided to finally add a tutorial for tile marking. So tile marking has been a thing in the game for a while. It was kind of requested by some of the testers, but essentially what it is it's just a feature that lets you mark or highlight certain tiles without toggling their state. This is very useful for deductive puzzle solving. So for example, maybe the player knows that these tiles here need to be turned off, and so they can mark those tiles so that they don't forget that those tiles have to be turned off, like they've deduced that or something. So that pretty much does it for catching you up to speed on what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting, there always is, but in any case, you might notice that the video is a little bit shorter than usual. This is because I've decided to start doing something a little bit different going forward, which is that I'm taking the topic of the week subsection of these devlog videos and I'm kind of spinning that off into its own separate video series. It's going to be sad to see it go from the devlogs, and it sort of was nice, the idea that the topic of the week would make these devlog videos a little bit more valuable or a little bit more evergreen so that somebody might want to watch them 10 years in the future or whatever. But it's ended up being kind of a pain, really, because anytime I want to point somebody to one of these topic of the week sections, I can't just link them the video. I also have to link them a timestamp, and who knows if the timestamp works, so I have to tell them they need to skip the first half of the video to the topic of the week section. Anyway, I'm probably going to go back into the old videos and add in the little chapter marker things that they have now, which will certainly help people find those subsections. But going forward, whenever I do a topic of the week, it's going to be a separate video that comes out alongside the devlog video. And luckily for you, this week there is actually a topic of the week. So thank you for joining me for the devlog video, and I hope you'll continue to join me in the topic of the week. There's some video link up here in one of these corners. And with that, again, thanks everybody for joining. I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Have a good one. Good enough.